what I found to be the most effective is to stop trying to save the relationship. Kasi once you're caught in that, for example, niloko ka, nagsinungaling, it doesn't have to be cheating naman always. Like somebody's constantly invalidating you or like not listening to you or hindi na siya safe space basically. And yung ginagawa kasi ng iba, I'm gonna try harder. Magbibigay pa ako. Kung sakali baka mag-improve pa to. Patagalin ko pa, baka mag-i-improve pa to. But, you're actually making it worse.
Oo nga.
Kasi ando na nadidrain ka na, nafe-feel mo na na wala ka ng worth dito sa relationship na to. So, the best strategy for you to be able to get out of it is to not try at all. Like, hayaan mo na siyang masira ng tuluyan.
Hi everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Actually guys, sobrang exciting itong episode natin today kasi hindi siya plan. So I just finished shooting a video with Dr. Cheska and sa sobrang tagal namin mag-chikahan, na-extend yung time namin. And naalala ko lang na meron pala akong in-invite na guest dito sa house ko. Dahil nagkaabot-abot na kami, we just decided na parang why not shoot a tell-all video. Ay ganon, tell-all video among friends. So guys, of course, please welcome back Dr. Cheska and my very special visitor for today, Dr. Winston Kilimanjaro Tiwaquen. O, di ba kompleto?
Yes, that's right.
I'm so sorry.
Or Doc Char. Yeah, yung mga iba kasi pag nakikita nila ako in person, they don't know how to say my name. Si Doc, ang hirap i-pronounce si Doc Char.
So actually, earlier, we were talking about it kasi idol namin to eh. Kasi galing-galing niya eh. He's really one of the pioneers in social media na doctor providing or giving information na health-related.
Di naman masyado.
Di ba?
Di naman masyado.
Pero napaka-humble. And yun, habang nag-usap kami kanina, and nagpaalam naman ako sa'yo, diba, that we can talk about it. Naisip namin ni Cheska na maganda siyang pag-usapan. Si Dr. Winston kasi here just got out of a relationship.
10 years.
10 years. So, kung kumustahin natin siya, kumusta ka naman after your relationship?
You know, it's been 5 months since the breakup. Tapos parang, I'm doing so good.
Hindi, kasi napansin namin ni Cheska, di ba na parang, yun na nga, you look healthy, you look well. So parang, anong nangyari? Yun pala yun. Yes. So you're okay?
Well, I'm doing better. I'm healthier. I'm in a calmer, more peaceful place. Pero, i-chips muna tayo. Chips muna tayo, guys, para mas chill tayo mag-chikahan dito. Alam niyo ba kung paano buksan yung like in the middle of the chips? Yung wag ganito. Dapat dito daw. Yun yung legit na mga nakikinig.
So mag-iinuman tayo.
Yeah, so anyway, yung ginagawa daw, bubutasan mo dito and then you're gonna open it in a circle like that.
Bubutasan mo with what?
Yes, with anything.
Nakaka-poise naman to, guys. Sige, tatalim to din ako. Parang masasarap nga mag-discuss about relationships na kumakain ng chips.
Yes, exactly. But is this good for the skin? Is salty food good?
Actually, hindi. Pero, naman, in moderation. Everything naman in moderation. Ayan, pwede na tayong mag-chikahan. Okay, going back. Yes, so, you're saying you're okay.
I'm doing okay. 10 years. Pero kasi, when you were coming out of a relationship kung saan, paulit-ulit kang sinaktan, paulit-ulit kang niloko, parang it's very easy to move on from that. Kaya parang I didn't take much time dwelling on it. Kasi when I ended the relationship, I knew my worth. It wasn't that I lost my worth, pero kasi I lost a lot of the things na I should have been giving to myself. Like I knew I was worthy of love, but along the way, I forgot to invest in myself. Kaya nung after the 10-year relationship...
Grabe 10 years.
Yeah. I started going back.
Parang age na yun ang anak ko ngayon. Ang galit mo kasama ko. So,
oh my God.
Oo, nung pinanganak siya.
So, nung lumalaki siya, lumalaki din pala yung problema ko. Grabe yun, no? Yeah. And after that, kasi I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. Yung everyday nagigising ako na parang with palpitations. Yung anxiety would wake me up in the middle of the night. And I found my way out of that through...
Kasi naman nakalito, meron pong pabulak-lak-bulak.
Yes.
Nakain ko doon.
Lavender helps you relapse. Anyway, after
Pero
that,
nakaka-relate ako dyan. Yung mga anxiety.
yeah. And it was through physical fitness that I was able to control the anxiety. Since every morning ako inaatake the most ng anxiety, every morning din ako nag-exercise. And I made sure not to make healthier choices. Binabawasan pa rin yung snacking.
Pero ngayon?
Pero ngayon, let's go back. This is my reward actually for months of physical fitness. And ayun, I wasn't really aiming naman to get a good body, na mag-glow up. My aim was to be able to face the day with controlled anxiety. Kasi it's very hard to be productive in your work when, something is going through your mind. So there, side effect na lang yung
Pero buti, you were able to turn it into something positive.
Maybe din kasi, growing up, yun yung mindset na kinocondition ko sa sarili ko, na whatever setback is given to you, the only direction that you can go to is up. Talaga. Parang, life will pull you back just to move you forward.
Oo, may message kita pag may araw ko. Pag may pinagdadaan ka, ano nga yung sinabi?
Yes. And actually, you know what? Yung tinuro sa akin ng 10-year relationship na yun was to be self-reliant. Kasi whenever I would open up something to my ex before, hindi niya ako binavalidate. Like, he would always cut me off and sasabihin niya sa akin na, hindi mo pa ba na pag-isipan yan? Hindi mo pa ba na-process yan on your own bago mo ako kinausap?
Ay?
Yes.
Di ba pwede mag-console?
Yeah, grabe. Kasi nga parang you would think na your partner should be the most comfortable person. You should be sharing all your problems.
Yes, ako ganun ako with my husband.
Yeah. And it was not for me. Kaya I had to teach myself to find a way to comfort myself.
To self-soothe.
Yes, grabe. I would talk to myself in my car. I would record. One thing I would do before, I would record myself on my phone. Tapos papanoorin ko yung sarili ko. And then I would comfort the person na ni-record ko.
Parang nagsa-self-therapy ka.
Yes,
Kasi di ba din sa psych, parang it's a way of letting out.
Kaya after the breakup, parang, okay, kaya ba to? Wow.
Sana ganyan lahat.
Yes.
Sanay ka naman na dun sa sa pag-deal with it on your own.
Exactly.
Pero grabe yung 10 years. It's a long time. It's a long time. And parang ako lang, curious lang ako, and this is also, I guess, for all of us, how do we define a healthy relationship?
Yeah, I think the number one question we should ask ourselves when we are with someone, when we're choosing our partner, life partner at that, are we safe with this person? Do we feel safe opening up everything to this person? Kasi meron yung mga iba, when they're in a relationship with someone, ay, hindi ko na lang sasabihin kasi baka magalit siya.
Yes.
Hindi ko na lang sasabihin kasi baka mag-away pa kami. And that's how you know na you are in a relationship kung saan your feelings are not validated. Kasi for me, first and foremost talaga, if you feel unsafe with someone, that's how you know it's not healthy anymore. Kasi I think some people define a good quality relationship, they equate it with happiness. Pero not all the time kasi na happy kayo sa relationship. Kasi life has its challenges. Individually din, may mga struggles tayo when it comes to our growth, with work. Madami talagang magiging in the way of the relationship. So parang at the end of the day, who is that person you go to get that safety back? Who is your person, your security person? It should be your partner. Pero if that person at the end of the day is not the one you feel safe with, it's not healthy anymore. So safety is equivalent to a healthy relationship. So once you don't
Based
feel
on
safe,
experience.
yes, exactly.
Ikaw, Chels.
Alam mo, naisip ko yan. So, I was, syempre, as a new mom, parang more of, ang ko is, how do I build a bond or attachment with my baby? Tapos, I've been, parang consulting other moms, ganyan. Ganon din yung basis nung attachment. Like, if we feel secure with you.
Yes. Pag-baby.
Oo. Parang able na sila to grow up na secure yung relationships with other people. So, it actually starts with yung main caregiver.
Grabe pala yung responsibility natin ng nanay. Agree ako doon sa sinabi mo na your life partner should be someone na you're willing to open up your entire self to. Kasi na-remember ko yung dad ko. Parang, I guess I was in college or something. Parang getting into relationships na. Parang sinasabi niya sa akin, isa lang yung taong mapipili mo sa buhay mo. And that is your partner. Kasi syempre, your parents, you can't choose your parents. Even your children, di ba? They're given to you, they're born. Di ba, hindi mo mapili. Parang kung pwede lang, sana yung anak ko, mas mabait or mas respectful. Hindi. Yung magulang mo, wala pinanganak ka na. But yung makakasama mo sa life is the only person na you can actually choose.
Yeah.
And I agree na pag may mga tinatago ka and hindi ka comfortable, I don't think it makes for a good and healthy relationship. And parang isa pang naturo sa akin dati is parang when you get into a relationship, it should not be one na parang feeling mo pagkukunan mo ng something. Parang kailangan stable ka na sa sarili mo, complete ka na sa sarili mo, and your relationship should be one of sharing.
Yes,
Diba?
I agree. That's where interdependency comes into the relationship. Kasi yung iba nagiging codependent. Kumbaga nagiging source of happiness nila yung partner nila. While that's okay naman, kasi na source of happiness mo siya, pero dapat dumadagdag siya sa happiness na meron ka na.
Yes.
Like, the partner should make you happier. It's not the partner making you happy.
Oo.
Right.
Oo. Kasi parang baka madrain.
Yes.
Diba?
Exactly. So parang both of you dapat may own sense of identity.
Correct.
So that when you're together, you're better. Diba? Hindi yung inaasa mo dun sa partner mo, yung value mo. Both of you should see it your own self as valuable and then mag-a-add kayo to each other.
Di ba may mga relationships na parang lagi nagko-compromise yung isa. Na later on, you end up resenting your partner because of the sacrifices. That, may hugot.
Oh my goodness! Here we go again.
Parang meron ako na-mention na, ano ba yung trigger word ko doon? Sacrifice.
Oh my
Sige,
goodness.
share mo na.
You know what? Previously kasi, may mga, I would read advice kasi online. Yung 10-year relationship ko na yun, that was my first ever relationship. And nabasa ko na...
First ever.
Yes, first ever relationship ko. So, medyo navigating pa ako through the dynamics. Ano ba talaga ang dapat? Ano ang dapat iwasan? Ano ang dapat mong ibigay? And I read somewhere na in a relationship, it's not always going to be 50-50. Parang there will be times na 70-30 siya, magiging 20-80. Kasi there will be times na, for example, ikaw, if you're busy at work, you can't really give that much time for the relationship. Kasi syempre may trabaho kayo.
Correct.
And then, the same thing with your partner, baka may other responsibilities din siya that they need to attend to, kaya hindi rin niya maibibigay lahat sa relationship. So, at that time, nung nabasa ko yun, when my partner was not able to give anything at all, parang hindi nga 70-30 yun eh. Medyo 100-0. 100-0. That's when you know na there's something wrong already. Kasi in a relationship, there should be mutual support.
Right.
You know, you should carry each other through the challenges. Kasi kaya nga siya relationship, kaya siya partnership because it's work of two people. Like teamwork dapat siya. Kaya when you start to feel like ikaw na lang yung nagbubuhat ng relationship, that's not a relationship anymore.
Oh, anong tawag na nandun?
It's called glorified yaya. Yeah, yung you're doing everything na for your partner instead of working with your partner.
Pero alam mo ano yan, parang misconception yan eh na, di ba parang give your all.
Yeah, kung mahal mo, gagawin mo lahat.
Oo, di ba that's a
Yun yung sinasabi
common,
nila
di ba? Parang, you
Although
have
I
to give it your
understand.
all.
Although I understand din naman where that's coming from. Na syempre, like for example, if you're long distance, like will you let the distance get in the way of your relationship? Parang will you not work around that together? Diba? Syempre, there are some compromises that you have to make. Pero for example, like pagka yung partner mo wala nang ginagawa. For example, you're taking care of a baby or maybe like a fur baby or like a dog or a cat. Kasi with my ex, for the entire month, ako yung nagpapaligo dun sa dog namin. Yeah, and I was the only one paying for the food. And then when I would tell him...
So, naging parang single parent.
Yes, parang single parent. And then when I would tell him to put food dun sa tray ng aso, ay, hindi pagod ako. Galing ako sa duty. Tapos pag sasabihin ko naman na paliguan yan, sasabihin niya, ay, sorry, duty ako bukas. So, kailan? When will you... So, kailan? May imbalance na sa efforts. And that's how you know na, alright, it's time to reevaluate the relationship. Kasi wala na siyang naibibigay at all.
At saka mahirap kasing sacrifice. When you use the word sacrifice, kasi parang giving up something for the other.
Yes, exactly. So, sa relationship, I think what people should remember is, yes, you need to compromise so that you can meet in the middle, but don't sacrifice too much of yourself to the point na yung sarili mong goals and aspirations mawawala na. it should not be that way. Parang hindi ka dapat mako-fold back sa individual passion mo and yung mga gusto mo ring marating just for a relationship.
Ang hirap, no?
Good point. Yeah.
Sige, yun eh. Pag tumatanda ka na. Yeah. But really, as you get older, more lessons. Di ba? Ako yung pinakamatanda dito eh. And speaking of relationships, you know guys, we're talking about relationships and maybe you're thinking that it's just relationships between two persons or a group of people. But we're also talking about relationships beyond, you know, personal relationships. Kanina na-mention mo na di ba, pag meron kang parang stressor or whatever, syempre nagmamanifest yan sa katawan mo. And ako, doon ako nakarelate eh. Kasi parang, meron ako experience. Na parang feeling ko yung relationship ko with this entity, huwag na natin pangalanan, parang hindi na siya healthy. And there were times I couldn't sleep. Nagkakaroon ako ng, alam mo yung neurotic excoriations. Parang urticaria hives talaga because of stress.
Yeah.
And, sige, parang, bumalik tayo sa skin, di ba? Bilang derma, talaga, it doesn't just affect, I guess, your mental health, but yung every day-to-day life mo. Even my relationship with my children. Alam mo yung parang irritable ka, wala namang ginawa anak mo, pero dahil affected ka dun sa nangyayari sa'yo, umiinit na yung ulo mo sa kanya. Even my husband, parang wala naman siyang ginawa. Nainis na lang ako kasi parang ganun. So, talking about relationships beyond interpersonal, it also matters, di ba?
Ako naman, Doc, parang for me, certain problems like that also, ako yung mental clarity kasi is very important for me. Kasi like, for example, you work, ganyan, you deal with patients, with people, and then when they mess with your head, na parang, hindi naman dapat. Pero parang sometimes kasi like, if you want to, or if you don't have an opportunity to defend yourself, parang ganyan, medyo it's very limiting, it's very
Unfair.
Unfair. Right?
Yeah, oh my God. You know what? When you're talking, Doc Chess, I would just like to say, very soothing siya to the ears when you talk.
Ayoko na, alis na ako.
No, yeah, very calming talaga when you're talking about, you know, mental clarity and all that. Yung unang naisip ko, oh my God, si Doc Chess, I think she has really good emotional equanimity. So, emotional equanimity is the...
Pa-share.
Yes, it is the...
Pa-share.
It is the state of calmness regardless of what the situation is. Yeah, so parang kahit...
Importante yun. I wish I
Yeah.
had that.
Me too. That's why they say na parang calmness is a superpower. Yes, because you do not let the external stressors affect your mental clarity. Kaya ang galing, sabi ko, oh my God, sana ma-achieve ko yung ganitong level of... What?
Okay, actually, ito, based on experience with Cheska, ganyan na siya eh. Nalala mo yun, meron tayong isang experience na very stressful situation.
Yes.
Tapos siya, sobrang kalma niya. Pero lahat ko niya, ano niya nagagawa yun? Bakit parang, tapos ano pa siya, yung parang, yung voice niya ganyan, very well modulated. Tapos yung affect niya parang hindi nakakainis. Alam mo yun? Skills. Pero deep inside, ako kasi medyo iyakin ako as a person.
Same.
And hindi ko talaga matago yung, makikita mo sa face ko eh.
Very
Hindi ako-
emotional. Ako din eh. Parang yung when you're expressing yourself, tapos gigil ka talaga. Like,
Tapos naiiyak ka na, yung parang sakit na dito kasi pipigil mo, di ba?
exactly.
Ganun.
But that's good then, to be able to, you know, acknowledge your emotions and then just...
Pero hirap
Release.
eh. Mahirap din kasi sometimes, syempre gusto mo parang medyo strong ka, di ba?
Yeah. And that's why yung mga relationships natin, like outside yung romantic, with professional friendships, it's important na we choose the people na we allow into our circle. Kasi maaapektuhan all areas of our life when there's that one area of our relationship na medyo, na siya, dysfunctional. Di ba? Like when you said, di ba, na wala namang ginagawa yung asawa mo, magagaling.
Yun nga, affected na.
It affects everything.
Oo.
Kaya so we should learn how to, you know, filter out the people na we allow
Into our lives.
in our circle. Like for example, hindi natin maiwasan kasi ka-work natin, you know, every day. We have to set the boundaries na with those people.
Oo nga.
Na parang, sorry, I'm not talking to you today. Sorry, may sasabihin ka ba? I'm not gonna listen.
Ganon. Sana magawa ko.
Sorry, direct to the point.
Busy ako. Sorry. Then, nagagawa ko din naman yan sometimes. I guess ngayon at my age. Pero feeling ko one of the challenges kasi is identifying these people. Di ba? Kasi syempre, pag na-meet mo naman yung bagong tao, hindi mo alam kung ganun siya eh. So, feeling ko parang, what are the signs? Or, paano mo masasabi na, what are the red flags when you meet someone or when you're with someone? And, what are the signs of toxicity in a relationship?
Yeah. Well, I would just like to say, before we talk about red flags, toxicity, I feel like each and every person naman has some level of toxicity or some red flag din. But I think what will differ someone from the other person is the self-awareness. Some people kasi they don't know.
Parang good insight sa
Some people kasi you're able to call yourself out, di ba, na parang, ay, dapat pala hindi ko ginawa yun. There are people who apologize immediately kasi nare-realize nila what they did was wrong eh. But there are some people na will not take accountability.
Ay, marami.
Because they did not realize.
Ginaslight ka pa.
Exactly. That's the first sign. Gaslighting.
Alam mo ba, nakakatawa, hindi ko alam yung ibig sabihin ng gaslighting dati until I experienced it. I couldn't understand what it meant. Kasi di ba nauso lang yan, bago lang yung term na yun eh. Nung pandemic lang yung term na yun, di ba? Ano ibig sabihin ng gaslighting?
So gaslighting is when someone makes you doubt your own reality.
Oo.
Di ba? Yung may nararamdaman ka, tapos after mo siya kinausap, oh my God, dapat pala hindi ko naramdaman yun. Mali ba ako? Am I going crazy? Yun yung goal palagi ng gaslighter eh. Yung pagmumukha kanyang tanga. Literally. Literally.
Or parang ikaw na nga yung ikaw yung naape, mamaya ikaw na yung may kasalanan.
Yes, exactly. You're the victim, but then later they try to paint you as the one who caused the problem. So, when someone shifts blame, that's another sign din, shifting blame. Instead of, obvious na andun na yung evidence na sila yung nagkamali, sila na yung nakasakit. But no, it's because of you na nagawa ko to. Ganun palagi yung linyahan ng mga manipulators eh. Kung hindi mo sana ginawa yun, hindi ko naman gagawin to eh. Yeah. Instead of saying, oh, I'm sorry I hurt you. Dapat in-acknowledge nila yung actions nila and its effects on you. So that's how yun yung green flag. The red flag is, ikaw yung may kasalanan kung bakit ka nasaktan sa ginawa nila.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they would argue, some people might say na, baka yung gaslighter nagsisinungaling lang. Kasi a liar, pag nag-present ka ng evidence sa nagsisinungaling, they will admit to their lie. Parang, yan, nagsinungaling ako, sorry. But the gaslighter, pag may pinakitang ebidensya, they would put another lie on top of that lie to make the evidence look like a lie. Sabi na, ay, hindi, in-edit lang yan.
Oh my God.
Or after the evidence, ay hindi, may sinabi kasi siya sa akin para gawin ko yan. Blaming another person again. So, if outside elements are to blame for their own actions, gaslighter yan. Instead of them blaming themselves.
So, red flag, gaslighter, manipulator, ano pa?
Blame shifting.
Blame shift.
Walang accountability.
No accountability, no self-awareness.
Awareness.
Mahirap. Kaya mahirap talaga. Mahirap to be in a relationship.
And it's not a sign na manggagaling from the person. Pero ikaw, kung nararamdaman mo na you have to prove your worth to another person, that's a red flag. Pag parang kailangan mo pang i-convince yung other person to love you, na parang you keep trying every day na bigay ka na ng bigay para lang mapansin ka or para lang ma-receive mo yung love na hinihingil mo dun sa isang tao, that's how you know it's a red flag already. Kasi it's not your job to make someone realize your worth.
Yes.
You yourself should know your worth already. So if you have to consistently remind the other person or consistently try to convince the other person na worthy ka, that's a red flag already. It's time for you to move away.
Oo nga.
Instead of, moving closer to that person pa. And another red flag din is if pag may problema kayo, and then the person you're talking to creates distance instead of working towards creating closeness. Kasi meron yung mga tao na pag nag-open up ka ng problema na
parang nag-research ka na nito, ang dami mo alam.
Parang pwede na ako
Magpa-therapy.
Yeah, because
Kasi boses niya pa di ako.
No, diba? Because other people, when you want to talk about a problem with them to address your relationship, or it could be a friendship, could be your relationship with your mom or your sibling, iiwas sila. So, the avoidance, I'm sorry to say, medyo red flag yan. They could argue na baka hindi sila marunong mag-communicate, ganun. And akala kasi ng ibang tao na ang magaling makipag-communicate ay yung magaganda ang salita. That's not true. Yung parang flowery words, sila yung magaling mag-communicate. But no, someone who is honest is a good communicator. And someone who listens actively to what you're saying is a good communicator.
Yeah, and not just kasi talking, it's listening also.
Yes, it's also listening.
Pero ito yung isa pang importanteng tanong. How do you get out of a toxic relationship? Diba? Mahirap eh. Mahirap kasi like ako, I've been in a lot of unhealthy relationships and yun yung pinakamahirap. Okay, na-recognize mo na yung red flag, alam mo na hindi kayo okay, pero hindi ka makaalis. Diba? Kasi may guilt feelings or sometimes parang, shucks, baka magsisi ako sa desisyon ko, diba? But you got out of it. Congratulations. So, share mo naman, how do you get out of it?
Thank you so much. Well, yeah, after you recognize... Thank you so much. Well, after recognizing everything, no, after acknowledging everything, syempre meron kasi may tinuro sa akin one friend of mine, si Doc Mara, actually.
Oh,
she taught me.
Hi, Mara. I hope you're watching this.
Yeah, she taught me about the sunk cost fallacy.
Yun.
Yung tamang decision is to let go already, pero natatakot ka kasi you've heavily invested in it already. Parang halata na nga kailangan mo na mag-let go eh. Pero, oh my gosh, 10 years. Ang dami ng memories. Ang dami ng nagastos. Ang dami ng nagastos. Tapos talaga, mauuwi na lang to lahat sa wala. Yeah, but that won't help you get out of it. Pero it will make you realize kung bakit ganun yung mindset ng iba. And the only way...
Totoo yun. Kasi iisip ko talaga parang shock sayang naman yung ginastos ko.
Wala talagang ROI.
Yeah. Oh,
Wala talagang ROI. Pero what I found to be the most effective is to stop trying to save the relationship. Kasi once you're caught in that, for example, niloko ka, nagsinungaling, it doesn't have to be cheating naman always. Like somebody's constantly invalidating you or like not listening to you or hindi na siya safe space basically. And yung ginagawa kasi ng iba, oh, I'm gonna try harder. Magbibigay pa ako. Kung sakali baka mag-improve pa to. Patagalin ko pa, baka mag-i-improve pa to. But, you're actually making it worse.
Oo nga.
Kasi ando na eh, na-drain ka na, na-feel mo na eh, na wala ka ng worth dito sa relationship na to. So the best strategy for you to be able to get out of it is to not try at all. Like, hayaan mo na siyang masira ng tuluyan.
Pero andun ka pa rin.
Yeah, andun ka pa rin. Andun ka pa rin, hayaan mo pa siyang masira until such time na ma-extract mo na yung sarili mo. Yeah. Kasi for example, the ship is sinking. Madaming butas. And then you try to keep covering it up. Pero may bagong butas na naman. Tapos mag-sink na naman. Tapos you're gonna cover it up. Butas na naman. It's gonna be like that forever. Pagpapatagalin mo pa siya. But when you stop trying to fill in yung mga butas dun sa ship, then you let it sink, you're just gonna float na lang. Makatakas ka na sa relationship.
Ako, gusto ko yung sinabi mo. Yung how to get out of a relationship. Actually, parang ako, considering my situation now, it's really the time invested, the efforts given to that relationship, and yung fear na parang shocks, baka magsisi ako if, diba? If I get out of it. What about you, Chance? How do you feel about it?
Personally, Doc, kasi medyo na-experience ko rin yung mga ganun, no? Trying to get out of a toxic relationship, friendship, or anything like that. Yung aabot ka sa point na magdadasal mo na parang, God, please remove this person from my life. Ganun na siya. Like, as in, please, ganyan. Kasi I can't do it on my own.
Ako din eh. Hindi kasi ako confrontational na tao talaga.
Yeah.
So, in fairness, ginawa naman.
Parang mas gusto ko pa nga na ako mo lang yung iwanan.
Yeah.
Di ba? Parang mas gusto ko yung sinabi mo na huwag ka na lang mag-invest. Hayaan mo na lang na parang mag-deteriorate hanggang sa mamaya siya na yung parang, ayaw na sa'yo. Parang gano'n. But ako kasi as a person, matagal ako mag-decide. But if once I decide, that's it. I was talking to a psychiatrist nga na friend ko. Parang sinasabi niya parang yung battered women syndrome, di ba? Why do they stay in a relationship even after repeated physical abuse and verbal abuses? Kasi hindi pa niya na-factor in lahat ng reasons for her to leave the relationship. But minsan magugulat ka na lang, di naman siya binumbog, biglang one day, mag-snap na lang, ayoko na.
Yes.
So parang ganun. I think mas ganun yata ako mag-isip kesa sa hindi ako, matawag doon, yung what do you call that? Yung mabilis mag-decide. Hindi ako ganun eh. Ako, very sigurista.
Yes, kumbaga, we want as much as possible to be objective with the decision. Na parang
Yung
all
walang
the
sisihan.
reasons are there. Yeah, that all the reasons are there and that you tried your best then to make the proper amends with that relationship. Kasi 'di ba parang ayoko din naman yung feeling na give up agad
Right.
without trying. 'Di ba?
Supposedly part yun nung yung the struggle and then trying to mend things together, mga ganyan.
Yeah, yun din yung maiisip mo na parang, wait lang, everything in life has its own challenges, di ba? Tapos parang, you don't wanna give up at the first instance naman Pero di ba, when it starts draining you, di ba, how far can that take you ba? Yung ganong klaseng mindset, di ba?
Pero gusto ko kasi na sana lahat ng come out of a relationship, kagaya mo. Glow up. Di ba? Kasi iba parang nag-stress eat, ganyan, naging unhealthy, napabayaan yung sarili.
If there's one thing I've learned talaga after that experience with my toxic ex, is that the first person you should be kind to is yourself. Kasi nung time na yun, kaya ayoko din siyang iwan. Kasi feel ko ang sama-sama kong tao pag ginawa ko yun. Kasi I was the one who decided to end it.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, my God, akala ko ba ikaw yung partner na ipaglalaban mo lahat? Akala ko ba ikaw yung partner na kahit anong mangyari, mamahalin mo siya? But, yung question that I never asked myself was, what about me? What about my well-being? What about my mental health? What about my peace? So if I can't protect that, is this still a relationship? If I need to lose that for the relationship. So for people wanting to get out, the most important person you should consider in your decision-making is yourself.
Oo nga. Kasi most people will feel that as being selfish Pero actually, how can you be fair to your partner then if hindi ka din, di ba, buong?
Exactly.
Yes.
Ano ba, I believe that everything that happens in life, meron ka naman napupulot na lesson
Yes, it's the lesson.
Ano lang talaga siya, mahirap lang siya while you're in that situation. But then later on, looking back, di ba, parang, maybe who I am today made me strong.
Yes.
Diba?
Emotions cloud the lessons then. Pero once you've calmed down, you've achieved equanimity. What?
Ano ba yung sabihin equanimity na yun?
Doctor as the walking example.
Gagon. The very calm, composed. What about you, Chess? You wanna add to that?
Actually, for me kasi, like, the red flags, it's hard to see them until you see the green flags. So, kumbaga parang, for example, you're you're stuck in a bad relationship. You try to think of other people in your life who have, like, really healthy relationships naman. Tapos, parang, you try to assess then what's wrong, ganyan. Kasi kung nakikita mo in these healthy relationships naman, you also have those healthy traits, then probably it's not you.
Oo nga.
It's the other.
Tama. Oo nga, actually maganda din yun. Parang yan. Tama. You should look beyond your, I guess,
Yeah, and don't be afraid to tell people that you are having problems in your relationship. Kasi I think that's one reason din kung bakit may mga natatrap, because they wanna protect the partner. That's the side effect of manipulation na parang, paprotektahan ko siya, may baka isipin nila masama siyang tao, ganun. But once you share it with your friends, someone that you really trust, someone that you feel
Hindi naman yung parang chinismis mo na din.
someone you feel really safe with, that person will kinda, snap you back into reality. Kasi yung mga trapped in toxic relationships, they create a world for you
Of course.
the partner. But once you start seeing another perspective, dun ka magigising sa katotohanan. Oh my God. So, don't
Marami
be
ko din
afraid.
hindi nakikita, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Parang syempre, iba naman yung point of view yung nasa labas. Nakikita kayo versus what you see within
Sometimes
yourself.
you need a third-person perspective talaga. Although, meron kasi yung mag-argue na, syempre, the relationship niya yan, kayo lang naman nakakakita niyan everyday. Medyo nakakatakot kasi yung advice na yun kasi parang lalong matatrack pa yung
Correct.
Yeah. Tsaka you will know naman parang with the right person, you'll know naman which is safe to safe to keep, ganyan, or keep between yourselves. Tapos ano naman yung worth sharing or worth asking help for, yung mga
And ako, when it comes to relationship, I think communication is key. Yun talaga yung agreement namin ng asawa ko. Yun. Parang, kung meron kang gusto sabihin sa akin or may ginawa ako na naiinis ka, sabihin mo.
Do not delay.
Diba? Kasi hindi naman ako psychic
Exactly.
Parang hindi ko naman nababasa yung nasa isip mo. So kung magtahitahimik ka dyan or mukhang pansinin, how will I know unless you tell me? So yun yung ano namin. And we try as much as possible not to sleep na may
Yes.
'di ba, na may galit sa isa't or may parang hinanakit or like alam mo may ginawa ka today na hindi ko talaga na-appreciate. Parang ganon.
Yes.
Merong ganun, Dok, eh. Parang I think it's a repair something. It's like a repair gesture. Something like that, eh. Kasi with my experience naman, me and my husband, kami din, ayaw din namin yung nag-away ka for a long time.
Diba?
So, one of us, usually him, will do something na parang after you argue, biglang, okay na. Parang, when he does that, tapos you reciprocate, okay ka na.
Okay na. Pero diba, parang I think ganun, kailangan talaga open communication. Kasi, pent-up emotions, pag naipon, I've seen that happen to so many people, na parang, kasi hindi niya sinabi, hanggang sa naipon, susumabog na.
Yes, I agree. That's why people should not be so caught up with that kind of mindset na hindi ko na lang sasabihin para hindi mag-away. Sabihin mo.
Yan, ako ganun ako.
Diba? And if you can't, why are you with that person?
Correct.
Diba? If you can't say that.
Kasi hindi ka comfortable. Wait.
Exactly.
Pero ganun yan. Mahirap talaga. It's really, guys, it's hard. Alam mo, wala namang manual ng mga relationships na parang, alam mo yon, kailangan ganito, pag ganito, wala eh. Because we have different personalities,
Yes.
diba? Different needs, different concerns. Pero it's also helpful to hear it from other people who've been through these types of relationships. And I think that's our main goal for today's chikahan. Na hindi naman natin kinain yung mga pinagbubukasan natin. Dahil masyadong hot yung topic. Yan. So anyway, I think yun lang naman guys. I hope na may napulot kayo sa aming life sharing, and thank you for allowing us to talk about your experiences.
Yes,
And
of
of course,
course.
Doc Cheska, for sharing your calmness, di ba? Sana lahat ganyan.
Soon.
Yeah.
Financial.
Oo. So yun lang naman guys. This is like a really, I guess, complex topic. And kung meron man kayong gusto idagdag or i-share, please feel free to put them in the comments. And message to si Doc Cheska, si Doc Winston, anytime. They're very, very active on social media. And ayun, yun lang. Sana more like this. So it's different from what our usual episodes look like. But for me, this was a very, very insightful and a fresh take on relationships. Di ba nila?
Yes, that's right.
So, kakain na kami guys ha. Bye!